Hey guys, J-Man here. All right, it's the weekly X-Men talk. As everyone knows, we're on lockdown, but that's not going to prevent the nerds from reading their comics. In fact, we self-isolate better than anyone else. We've had a lot of practice. Okay. Um, my videos do contain spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled, then yeah, don't watch, I guess. But I kind of want you to watch. So we're in a predicament here, but in any case, a few things to go through today. Obviously, I didn't go to the comic store because it's not open. So this is all going to be digital stuff. Some of this stuff I do get physical, like Wolverine and X-Men Fantastic Four, which I'll review in other videos. This is just X-Men stuff. So we're going to do giant size X-Men Nightcrawler. Now, right off the bat, I'm not going to go into a lot of details with these. We're just going to do all three in one video. I want to zoom in to something. Oh man. Oh man. We know who that is. Well, Thunderbird is in it, not in it. I love Thunderbird. I was going to get a bust of him to put up in my X-Men collection. I don't know why I love Thunderbird so much. They're doing a Marvel Legends figure, which is 1000% going to be purchased. At one point, Thunderbird was actually going to be tattooed on me. I don't know why. I know he was only in those few issues, but I just thought he was so cool. Like, Warpath is cool, but there's just something about Thunderbird. I don't know why. Plus, I just liked his name. I thought he looked really cool. I kind of liked his, like, you know, badass attitude. I thought he was, like just pretty solid. He was cool. All right, so this was actually a really fun thing. Plus, Magic was in it. Magic's one of my favorites. She's up there. I can go up if you want to see. There's the X-Men Magic and all them. There she is right there. All right, get that back. Yeah. So we got Eye-Boy, Nightcrawler, Cypher, and Magic are investigating the mansion. They do find Lockheed, so that's cool. There he is. Yay. So there's like an infestation going on. I'm not going to get into this too much. And they're trying to figure out what's going on, but they keep seeing these weird, like Nightcrawler sees some visions, and I'm going to show you. One of them, this is it for Thunderbird right there. So he sees a vision of him, which is pretty cool. I got so excited. I'm like, oh my God. But then that's all for him. He sees Rachel as well. What else? Yeah, I'm not going to go frame by frame on this. It was really cool. There's a couple of funny parts where Cypher's like, why would I? Remember in horror movies when someone would go do something stupid and everyone's yelling, don't do it, and then they do it anyway. So he makes a reference to that. I'm not going to spoil this entire thing for you. There is something cool, though. Another character appears that we haven't seen in a while, which is Warlock. So that was really cool, too. Overall, I really enjoyed Giant Size X-Men #1, or Nightcrawler #1. I thought that was really good. Okay, Hellions. Hellions, I'm not going to spoil the ending because I want you to... There's a character that appears that I'm very excited about. A lot of cool characters this week, man. Like Thunderbird, and then this other character, which I'm not going to mention. I'm not going to show you because I want you to check this one out on your own. Well, to be honest with you, I wasn't dying over this issue in the start. Alex is in it. I love Havoc. I think I've got some figures of him up there. Havoc was another consideration. Obviously, Cyclops is my favorite X-Men character, with Jean as my second. Well, Jean and Scott are my two favorites, really. Sometimes I flip to Jean being my favorite. But in any case, they're both in my top 5. Alex and Polaris are also in there. Polaris I do have on my arm tattooed. Polaris and Havoc I also really like. So those are the two couples that are kind of my favorite couples. Polaris might be in my top 10. I've never sat down and wrote out my actual top 10 characters. It seems like I might have more than 10 in my top 10. Let me know in the comments if you have more than 10 characters in your top 10 favorite characters. So basically, this Hellions is dealing with the mutants that can't be controlled and who have got wacky powers or who are just kind of crazy. Alex got shoved in there because of an incident that happened where he had almost killed a few humans, which is a no-no according to the Krakoan laws. So that's that. Now, Mr. Sinister gets this idea that he's going to take on these characters and mentor them or heal them or something, which is like obviously preposterous. Like, why would you give Mr. Sinister like any mutants to control? Like, I mean, this is crazy talk, right? Like, I mean, this is insane. So I love the fact that that happened. First of all, look at this character. This is like Nanny. What the hell? I don't know who this is at all. Are these characters that I should know? Let me know in the comments, because I don't know who they are. It's like this egg lady. So yeah, it's a lot of weird characters which I'm not really that familiar with. Wild Child, I think I know, but yeah. And they're just trying to figure out what to do with them. So I mean, this is like a whatever issue. I'm not really pumped up for this idea that like, oh, there's these villains who are going to go do stuff forever. Like Suicide Squad, I thought it was a neat thing, but I'm not like dying over like people who are the bad guys or the crazy guys all coming together to do something. I do like the idea of Mr. Sinister being a guide to, or like a mentor to guys. So that's kind of fun. But this certainly friggin' picked up right at the friggin' end. I'll tell you that much. That's for damn sure. Psylocke comes in there, and then they go to investigate. I guess it's like one of the old Essex estates or something. And there's a character there, which I'm not going to reveal. I want you to read this and let me know if you're pumped up to see this character or not, because I'm friggin' pumped up to see them. So I'm not going to tell you anymore. Hellions, it was okay. The ending made me want to read more. So this is one of these cases where it's like an M. Shyamalan movie or whatever, M. Night Shyamalan movie, where the ending made it good or bad. So for me, the ending in this one actually made it better. This was more like a Sixth Sense rather than any of the other movies almost. All right, what do we got left? Oh, X-Men number 9. So X-Men number 9, I'm gonna scroll back. This one was pretty darn good too, although it's still kind of branching off that whole that King Egg thing that was kind of started in New Mutants, which I wish they would. One thing I'd like to mention about all these Dawn of X books, I wish they were more obvious as to which ones are which teams, because it seems like Wolverine is in a bunch of things, Psylocke now is in a couple, unless Fallen Angels is done. I saw like Alex has been in a couple already. I don't know who's going to be an X Factor coming out. I know Polaris is going to be there. I'm pretty sure Rachel's on the cover. Dawkins is in there. Who else? So far, at least the X Factor people we haven't seen too much in other things, which is fine. I wish there would almost be like, this is the team. Like Excalibur has that team, and then that's it. Now, people in the Quiet Council, they can be in other teams or just in other books because they're part of everything. But I really don't want like Cyclops to be in every comic or Jean to be in every comic. Like Jean's in X-Men and X-Force. I don't like that. I never did like that ever. If X Factor's a team, that's the team. Like I really loved the Polaris, Quicksilver, I think it was Warlock was in there, like the X Factor that Peter David did, where it was called All New X Factor, and they were part of that Serval Industries or whatever. I really liked those. It didn't last that long, but I really like it where it's like, that's the team, boom, that's it. They added a couple people, I think Danger got thrown in there, but that's it. This flipping back and forth is interesting because I know they're world building, like they're trying to say this is all connected. But when you have things that are all connected, what happens with me personally is that if I don't see Hellions, I wouldn't have continued except for the ending. But let's say the ending wasn't there, I wouldn't continue Hellions. But then you start to feel like I have to continue Hellions. And I feel that this is just too much of a marketing ploy. Like, oh, well, you have to buy all the X-Men books. And even though I am going to get all the X-Men books anyways, because I'm an X-Men fan, I'm still going to get them all anyways. But I don't like the idea that they're making me feel like I have to. I'd rather choose to get them all because I'm an X-Men fan rather than you saying, well, you're going to be missing out if you don't get them all. Plus there's 400 X-Men books to collect. So, I mean, it's already too crazy, which is why I had to already stop getting all the physical ones. Okay, so we have the Brood in here. They're after the egg. That's those little alien creatures. It turns out that this was all a ploy by the Kree, the dreaded Kree, who are great. The Kree are great. Yeah, so there's some pretty good battles in here. They're looking for the King Egg. The ending, which I'm not going to spoil just because it's totally, I found it hilarious. I actually laughed out loud. at this ridiculously funny ending, which I thought was just so funny. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil it for you. So that's pretty much it. They're fighting the Brood. I'll show you this. This is a pretty good page. Got all the guys fighting there. So yeah, this was pretty good. I mean, I still feel that it was a little bit, it's mostly like, to me, this was a New Mutants storyline that got moved into X-Men. And my only gripe with that is that I wish they'd kind of keep the characters in those books and then move forward with that. Because I know there's a lot of you out there that can't afford to buy all these. Oh, I can't afford to buy them all anyways, but I do because I'm such a loser. I have to buy them all just because, like, I can't, But I know there's guys out there who really can't really afford it. Like, I know I'm joking and I'm like, oh, I can't afford it, but I can, obviously, because I'm doing it. But there's some people who really can't afford to get it all. I wish they'd maybe put out a few less books and maybe spend a little bit more time making them better. So maybe have like 4 or 5 solid X-Men books, like X Factor, X-Force, X-Men, New Mutants, Excalibur. There's your 5, right? The other ones maybe you don't need, like Marauders and right, Fallen Angels, anything with the X in it. So the Excaliburs, X-Force, X Factor, X-Men, New Mutants, which is a famous one. Anyway, that's this week's X-Men talk. The other stuff that came out, X-Men Fantastic Four, I'll put that under my Fantastic Four banner. Wolverine #2 came out. I will talk about that separately. I haven't read it yet, so that might come later. I wanted to get this video out. I know everyone's under quarantine, but my day job is deemed an important thing. I make packaging. I do boxes. So we make boxes and we produce toilet paper. And we produce like paper towels and stuff. But please don't email me asking me for toilet paper. I don't have any. I don't have access to the toilet paper that we make. But we do make toilet paper. So business is booming on that on that front, because toilet paper has been I'm going to trade my Dark Phoenix first appearance and my Phoenix and my Dark Phoenix first appearance for toilet paper. That's it, guys. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Stay safe, be cool, and share any thoughts you want in the comments.